fun, and so will we. Things I hate about Florida. What do you guys have? Can you give me one thing I hate about Florida?
You can't smoke weed.
That may change soon. Chocolate lab, right? I mean, black lab. And what is this, a giant poodle? A labradoodle. He's got webbed feet, I know that. Well, they love the water. He does too? Awesome, beautiful dogs. Thank you. I wanted to jump in there with them. Nothing better than taking a shower with a couple of dogs. Easy on those comments, guys. Now you guys know my hiding spot. If you find them, you can have them. What's up, brother? How's it going today?
Good.
We're doing vlogs on what you might hate about Florida for people that are thinking of moving here.
Only thing I hate is the weather changes whenever it wants. Bipolar.
Oh, bipolar weather.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, you got your jacket on today, so a little chilly, huh?
I was ready for it.
He's ready for it. You gotta always be ready in Florida.
Right.
Beats the hurricanes though, huh?
Yeah, it does.
Any experience with that?
I've been through a couple of them. Yeah.
You're a star now.
Would you? Uh-oh, we have the police officer on this side. We're surrounded.
I've been through like maybe 2 of them. And yeah, you go to be brave with them.
Would you put that in there as one of the things you hate about Florida?
No, not at all.
Really?
No.
Thanks, Rydell. Appreciate the info. We'll see you. There you go. So, guys, just like anywhere else, Florida isn't perfect. And there's going to be things you'll love about it. And believe it or not, there may even be a few things you hate about it. Well, I'm going to do my best to give you the most accurate top 5 list of the things you're going to hate about Florida. Oh, holes on the beach you don't see. Number 1. In the wintertime, because of the position of the sun, on the East Coast at least, as the sun starts to get closer to setting, you get these shadows on the beach. So if you're sitting out here and you're in front of a building, you actually literally have to pick up your chair or your blanket and move to get back into the sun as the shadows start to creep up on you. Just one of the little drawbacks. Certainly no place is perfect, and Florida is among them. And I think it's a good idea to let you guys know what you're in store for. And to make it the best list possible, what I'm doing is I'm going to give it to you from the perspective of the masses of people that come down here and the things that they complain about the most. Some of them I may be able to deal with a little better than you. I may dislike them. They may make me uncomfortable, but I wouldn't exactly hate them. But I'm going to put down on the list those top 5 things that most people really complain about and really don't like about living in Florida. We're going to start at number 5, and we'll work our way down to the number 1 reason that I think you might actually not enjoy living in Florida. Ready? Here goes nothing. Number 5 on the list is the geography. And what I mean by that is not so much the location, but the actual makeup of the land here in Florida. Now, you've heard me say this quite a few times before in the past, but when you look at the state of Florida from an airplane or from any perspective that's somewhat elevated, you're gonna find it to be pretty flat. That's right. We got a couple of rolling hills if you get further north, and you guys have heard me say this before. The highest elevation point in the state of Florida is somewhere around 300 feet above sea level. And you gotta go really searching to find that place, because most of it is pretty much right at sea level. Now you might say to yourself, oh, Barefoot, why is that even on the list? I don't care if it's flat. You got palm trees, you got ocean, you got fishing, and all the other outdoor activities that you can participate in this wonderful warm weather state. Well, while that is true, there's still something to be said about an entire state, for the most part, that, you know, has little to no elevation whatsoever. I mean, you can't go hiking in the mountains, okay? Skiing is obviously out of the question for more than one reason. So if you think about it, if you want any decent elevation whatsoever, whether it's to, you know, go camping in the mountains or hiking or, you know, rock climbing, mountain climbing, whatever it might be, you are going to have to make arrangements to get out of the state. So if you're driving, that's a long drive. Even if you're leaving from the top of the state of Florida, it's going to be a decent drive. And if you're leaving from where I'm at here, better bring your pillow. And some people just find it kind of dull and boring. There are people that would never live in Florida specifically just for that one reason, that it's too flat. So I thought that it deserved more than an honorable mention and should make the list, but all the way down at number 5. Number 5, Florida is just too flat. And that brings us to the number 4 reason of why you might hate it in Florida. What about this gentleman?
The drivers suck here.
The drivers suck here? Why do you think that is?
Everybody's just slow and they all ass.
The drivers. Now, I'm from New York. I commuted to the city. You know, I've seen my share of bad driving. Are they honking at me? Why would you honk at me? I'm on the other side of this thing. I'm off my bike. Like I'm gonna jump the rail and run in front of his car. Some people will actually blame it on the New Yorkers coming down here, saying that they don't know how to drive. I disagree with that. I happen to think that New Yorkers are aggressive drivers, but very good drivers. Hey, I'm walking here. Now, while that's a generalization, I don't think that New Yorkers or Northeasterners are the main reason that people complain about the drivers in Florida. I think it has to do with 2 things. Number 1, when they're doing construction or the traffic is just plain backed up in the busy areas, that lends itself to poor driving by many of the people that are on the road. And number 2, Florida is a melting pot. I think you guys already know that. There's people that come here from all over the world. Not just all over the country, but every corner of the earth. When you put that together and get everybody on the road driving at the same time, make sure you're wearing a seatbelt. And listen, you may disagree with that. You might not even think it belongs on the list, but it's something that I've heard over and over again, that people just don't like the drivers. Now, it may be more so here in Southeast Florida where I live, but I know that, you know, the roads up near Tampa and Orlando, you know, your I-4s, those are some of the more challenging places to drive your car in Florida. So you'll probably experience some of that once you get down here. Where are you guys from?
New York. New York.
That's my home stomping ground. One reason you might be hesitant to move here.
Work, my job. The only reason I wouldn't possibly think about moving here is because I have family back in New York.
Because of family.
Too far away. However, I'm coming.
You are coming.
I'm coming.
See that? 2 lovely ladies just strolling along the beach that are considering making the move here, and they already know what to potentially look out for. Onward and upward. And this is one of the things I love about Florida. Walking along the beach, and there's a skimmer board right along the wall with 2 coconuts near it. Not to mention a mansion. Number 3, the bugs. Now, probably I should rephrase that and just say critters. Whatever you want to consider in that category. You could throw your alligators in there. I see ducks. Ducks are cool. I got no problem with ducks. Gators, on the other hand, crocodiles. Whoa, I heard one. They make like a croaking sound. That could be frogs too, though. And because of how warm it is down here and how lush, pretty much the entire state is like a giant invitation for every creeping, crawling critter of the earth to call home. Oh shit, what the hell is that? And guys, there's quite a few of them. Gnats, flies, ticks, fleas, chiggers, no see-ums. Freaks come out at night. Wasps, hornets, spiders. I can't believe the size of that. That's the biggest spider I've ever seen. Horseflies, bees, mosquitoes, June bugs, all kinds of ants. And the granddaddy of them all, palmetto bugs. Oof, hate those things. What's a palmetto bug, you ask? Well,
You bastard! Go back to the depths of hell!
Where'd he go?
remember the Volkswagen Beetle? Like that, only bigger. But we do have a lot of insects.
This place is giving me the willies. Ooh, there's another one. Oh my God, this thing's infested.
You know, all kinds of pests. Mold, you could throw that in there too, because if you're not pumping your air conditioning, you know, pretty much every day in the summertime, you'll start to get some mold growing if the temperature gets too high for too long. The obligatory coconut shot. Oh my God, is that heavy. This thing must have absorbed half of the Atlantic Ocean. I mean, this thing literally weighs about 10 pounds. I'm not joking. Anybody have a scale? Gilligan? Back from whence you came and stay there. Coconut. And that brings us to the number 2 reason that you might hate living in Florida. What else? The hurricanes. That's right. Hurricanes, which would probably be number 1 on many people's lists. In fact, high enough that it prevents a lot of people from moving to Florida. Trust me, guys, if there was no such thing as hurricanes in the state of Florida, a lot, and I mean a lot more people would be living here. The reason is really twofold. Number 1, it's the devastation that they can cause. If you happen to be at ground zero when a category 3, 4, or 5 comes through Florida, it's just incredible. You're probably going to be sorry you didn't evacuate. And even if you're not, you're still going to have to deal with this fear of withstanding that until the hurricane passes you. But aside from dealing with the ferocity of the winds and the tidal surge that accompanies it, I've never seen it this high and the waves this powerful. You're going to also have to deal with the aftermath of the storm. And that means cleaning up the damage that it may have done to your property. Not only that, but there's a good chance you'll be without power for at least a day, if not several weeks. And that, my friends, is not fun. For more information on hurricanes, be sure to tune into my hurricane preparedness vlog, where I give you all the insight from a veteran Floridian that's lived down here for 22 years now and has been through quite a few storms. And that, ladies and gentlemen, takes us to the number 1 reason that you just might hate living in Florida. Ooh, it feels so sticky. I need a shower. That's right, the humidity. Humidity. Folks, you might say to me, Barefoot, are you nuts? You're putting humidity over and above the hurricanes? You darn tootin'. The reason is, it's the number 1 complaint that people have had above and beyond anything and everything I've ever seen since I've been living in Florida. Now, there's probably a reason for that. A lot of folks that move here, they come from places where there's very light humidity or maybe a drier climate. If you're coming from somewhere out west, it gets hot out there, you know, New Mexico, California, Arizona, Nevada, but it's a different kind of a heat, the likes of which when you come here, you're just not used to the humidity. And while Florida's temperatures don't get any hotter than any other place in the country, our bodies cool themselves by sweating and the moisture from the sweat drying up and the air hitting our skin in that evaporation process. That's what cools us off. Well, in Florida, that process is slightly hindered by the fact that you're always moist because of the humidity, thereby preventing your body from cooling itself off. The outcome is you feel a lot hotter than it actually is outside. And for many people, for most people in fact, that feeling is very uncomfortable. It's like you just constantly got to take a shower. Just imagine walking through a corridor filled to the top with cotton candy. Welcome to Florida. Well, guys, that rounds out my top 5 reasons that you might hate living in Florida. Not just my own input, but some of the feedback that I've heard from a lot of other people from over the years, many of whom actually moved out of here because of it. Tune in next time when I tell you the 5 best things about living in Florida and why you're probably going to want to call this place home sweet home. Things I hate about Florida, things I... Uh-oh, he's famous now. Hey, what's up, ladies? Want to be on my vlog? No? I guess they're making some progress on that old place. Remember when I did that vlog last time? Location, location, location. Let me know when my place is done. Gilligan's Fishing Rod. Not something I hate. Oh, you like the hat? She likes the hat. So you're a Mets fan. Uh-oh. It better not say Yankees.
We're Mets fans too.
Yeah, baby. Woo! We got a new owner, and he's rich.